Okay everyone, so now we are creating the Windows application where we will learn the static array. So first of all, I am taking a project here, giving the name static array. Then afterward I am dragging and dropping a label in the form and giving the name that it is a static array. So first of all, I am here asking from the user enter number. Now this is the label, the name got changed. Now afterward we are going back and taking one text box, because from this text box we are taking the value from the user. This is text box 1. Now afterward I am just dragging and dropping one button. So this is the button which we are taking. Now I am aligning it and I am just going to the text property and giving the name that is click. So this is the click button. Let's say this is the program of static array. So I am clicking here on the form. I can provide the static array so that we can understand that this is the program of static array. Now afterward we are clicking back and you can see that static array name is given to the form. Now we are going on the toolbox and dragging and dropping one list box here. We want that in this list box all the items which we are going to take will be displayed. So it is not completely coming here, so I am increasing the size of the form. So here it is the list box. First of all, we are doing the coding behind this button so that we want to enter some elements. Now if I run this project, now we will see how the output will come. So here is the output window where we are having the entry enter number. Let's say I am entering a number 12 and clicking this button. Now this value will be recorded. That means this button I want to take the values. So now afterward I am going back and double clicking on the button so that we can do the coding behind it. Now first of all we should understand that from this text box we should be taking the values and storing to the array. Now how to declare the array into the .NET? If we talk about the VB.NET here, now above the button then we write dim. Dim stands for declare. Now SA, this is the name of array. Now in the bracket we are writing 3. So that means this is the array of 3 size. As now data type, let's say string I am using. So dim SA 3 as string. That means we have declared one array SA whose size is 3 as string. We should understand that it is not like C programming. In the C programming we say array of size 3, that means 3 value can be stored, because there array start from 0 and go till one value less than. Let's say in this case, if the array size is 3, in the C programming it will go from 0 to 2, 0, 1 and 2, 3 numbers. But here in the .NET it will start from 0 and go till 3. That means 4 values can be taken, 0, 1, 2 and 3. So 4 index values we can easily take here. Now SA3 means 4 values we can capture. Now in this array we want to take from this text box 1. So we are going back inside the button. We want that here the value should be taken, and for that we need some integer variables. So above we are declaring dim I as integer. So this integer variable we are taking, and here inside the button we are writing if I greater than 3. Why we are using this? Because the size of array is 3. If let's say if I am applying some of the condition, now if it is going beyond 3, then values we cannot take. So it can take till 3 only. So if the value is crossing 3, we will simply write message box, and inside that we will write value exceeded. So that is we has to provide. Then afterward we has to provide the simple function so that we can take out the values from the text box. Now is the time to take the value from the text box 1. So in the else part we are applying the else part here. The reason is that because if I is not greater than 3, that means it is 0, 1, 2 or 3, so it will go on the else part. Here we are writing static array I. We know that whenever we declare the I, the value is 0, because this is the by default feature of .NET. So whenever we declare any variable, it is starting with 0. So SCI means SC0, it is not greater than 3. So here we are using is equal to text box 1 dot text. So from text box 1 we are taking the values and we are storing here. Then after taking the first number, we are just incrementing the I is equal to I plus 1. So here the I is incremented. Now again check this program. Afterward, if we are entering the first number, click. Now going back, second number, going back, third number, then fourth number, and now the fifth number, click. Value exceeded. You can see that now fifth number cannot be entered. So 3, that means it can take the values from 0, 1, 2 and 3. That means 4 number can be entered. But why should I rub this and write the new value? It is completely not looking good. So I am writing here, whenever it is performing any of the function. Now afterward, I want that text box should be clear. So here text box 1 dot clear. So we are applying text box 1 dot clear in this case. Now afterward, if I am again running this program, then we can see that, let's see if I am entering first number, click, value gone. Second, again value gone. Third, value gone. Fourth, again gone. Then 5. Now this is saying value exceeded. So fifth value I cannot enter here. So this is how we have first taken the values inside the array. Or we can simply change the name of button. Let's say record the value, or I can simply say that enter value or store value, whatever we can give the name of the button. So this button is now for entering the value. Now afterward, I want that whatever the values we have recorded should be displayed into the list box. So I am taking one more button here. Now this button I am just using for showing value. So let's say I am using display values. So all the values will be displayed. Only display is coming. I am extending the size. You can see that display values. So double click on that. Now coding of button 2 is there. I am writing for, it is a loop, I equal to 0. So I will start from 0 to upper bound. We are having the upper bound function which is called ubound of static array. This is the predefined function in the .NET, that upper bound and the lower bound. We know that the upper bound value is nothing but the 3. So you can apply I is equal to 0 to 3 simply, or you can write I is equal to 0 to upper bound of static array. Both are the same thing. Now here I want that all the values should be displayed inside the list box 1. So I will be going here, I will be writing list box 1 dot items. What we are doing inside list box 1, we are adding the items. So items dot add, and which item we want, whatever inside the static array is there. So we are going to add those items. Then afterward we are going to run this. Let's suppose I am entering 4 numbers here. First number, enter. Now second, then third, then fourth. Now we know that if I click over there on 5, it will say exceed. So it will not take it. Now click on display. So all the 4 numbers which are taken are displayed. So this way we can make the program. If you want that, there should be one more button by which we can clear this list box also. So we can go back. Then afterward we can just take one more button here. Now that is button for clearing the list box. Let's say in the list box there is something you want to clear it. So if you want, then you can apply clear. So name is clear. Now double click on that. Then afterward you can simply write list box 1 dot items. What you are clearing? We are clearing the items dot clear. So this way we can apply this. Now if I again run this, then afterward we should understand this is the code here. I am entering some numbers. Let's say the first number 23, enter, then second number, then third, then fourth. We can take the character values if you want, because we have taken the string type array. Then afterward display values. So how this program is working, when I click on this enter value, this function called. Now here first of all array is declared. Whenever the I is declared, it is started with 0. Now when we click on this button, this coding execute. If the I, which is 0, is greater than 3, obviously not. So it will go on the else part. Now static array I. So S says 0. The first value was taken, then I incremented. Again, we click on the button. Now the value of I is 1. So this way it is keep on going until it got to 3. And all the values are recorded, and every time the text box got clear. Now all the values are recorded to the array. Afterward, we click on display values. When we click on this button, this coding run. So for I is equal to 0 to upper bound of SA, upper bound is 3. From 0 to 3 it will work. And in the list box, it will display the items. It will keep on adding one by one. From 0, 1, 2, 3, these items are added. Then afterward, if I want to clear this, we can simply click on this clear button. Then all the items can be cleared. So this way we can use the static array in the program, and we can use the list box. So that is all about the program of static array.